So we are here with Stormy Coper from Ruby Abridged, and we're going to do a little icebreaker before we start recording podcast at Bootcast number 18. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So we usually do a question or a game. Today we have a question, and the question is, what is your biggest pet peeve about Ruby?
I mean, the immediate answer that came to my mind was the pacing, but they've fixed that a lot so far. I mean, we're only 3 episodes into this season, but
Can't complain about the animation. I honestly can't at this point.
No. Yeah.
Maybe early on, yeah, but like it looks. I have to admit, it looks very nice.
It does. Yeah. They finally got there. It took 5 years,
Yeah.
but they got there.
Yeah. I'd probably also say the transition. Some of the cuts are a little they linger too long, or they don't linger enough, or they cut it on a very awkward sort of way. It kind of like feels like the scene got dissected right at the end, like part of it's missing.
Yeah.
It does throw off the pacing a little, so I'd probably put that under pacing. Yeah.
Yeah, pacing has always been a big issue, especially last volume. The pacing was really not very good.
And I think if there's a second for me, it's probably gonna be, I'm gonna say, the music. Like, I like some of the songs, but I find there's more that I don't like. And
Wow.
yeah,
That's the last thing I
That's a
expected
very-
you to say. Yeah,
well, I'm kind of I guess gonna be kind of a nitpick about that because I'm going to music school, but I don't know. I find like the songs are hard to remember. I find not like early on when I thought the songs were way more memorable. I feel like they're kind of the well is running a little dry for ideas. Like it's just like it feels recycled, I guess. Like each season intro like starts to wear on you more and more quickly, I find, at least in my experience.
yeah,
I'm not speaking for anyone else, by the way.
I agree with that about the intros, though. Like, this volume in particular, the first time I heard it, it was kind of like halfway between Let's Just Live and When It Falls for me.
I actually liked
yeah,
Let's Just Live.
I liked Let's Just Live. I wasn't sure if I liked The Triumph the first few times I heard it, but it grew on me. Kind of When It Falls did the same thing, I think.
I guess I'm talking more about the intros, yeah, because I haven't listened much to the expanded soundtracks, but like the intros are a good segue in. I find they get less and less. Like it's like diminishing returns, with the exception of Let's Just Live, which feels like a breath of fresh air, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like Volume 5's intro kind of felt disappointing, but not surprisingly disappointing. It's just like, okay, well, there's the usual Ruby sound, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because the first few were really like their intros were kind of darker, and then Let's Just Live was like they were kind of like, okay, we're taking a break from the dark, and so that's why everyone was kind of like, yeah, I like this, and now we're kind of heading back towards dark.
The Triumph
again.
is somewhere in between. Yeah. Yeah, I really, really didn't like When It Falls the first time I heard it. And
No one did.
I didn't like the intro animation the first time I saw it either. I was like, what
Oh,
the
yeah.
heck? Like, suddenly,
Especially the shot with the lake.
Yeah.
The shot with the lake was the best.
it seemed like suddenly out of nowhere, there was this really, really dark intro with zero context. And I was like, what? This is not Ruby, but it grew on me over time. I still hate the beginning of When It Falls with the piano beat straight into the heart. It's awkward.
I thought it was very midied, very like strange, very forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I thought that some like metal headbanging bit at the end, it kind of fixed it a bit, but it also fell out of left field. So you're not sure if, like, you feel like you want to like it more than you actually do, But like,
I think for that one they were going too much for anime opening, kind of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I liked the Volume 1 intro song. I liked the Volume 2 intro song after a few listens. Volume 3 didn't like. Volume 4's I thought was better, and then we're at Volume 5 now, and yeah, it's back down there for me.
Yeah, I hear mixed things with the Triumph. I like it, but I think it's the same as When It Falls. I'm going to have to hear the full version before I make up my mind whether I like it.
Yeah.
Because at the moment I'm like, I mean, it's good, but it kind of just sounds like stuff I've heard.
It's more of the
before.
same, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of don't want more of the same. You kind of want like new and exciting, right? Because that's what the show should be.
Yeah.
That's how the episodes so far feel, at least I
Yeah,
think. So
definitely.
I feel like the intro should.
Especially
Yeah.
in
Can't
the
do that
chapter
justice.
2. Whew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my biggest pet peeve with RWBY has always been the pacing, but so far the pacing's been excellent for this volume.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Early days, there's 11 chapters to go, but yeah.
I can't see them fucking this up. I really
yeah.
can't.
It looks promising. It
It
definitely
does
looks
look
promising.
very promising, it's true. If you asked me about Volume 3, I would have said the fight scene animation, because it was fucking terrible. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
there was.
I can't pick any holes. From maybe like, especially with the Weiss fight last chapter, there were moments where I went, the animation was a little slow,
Yeah.
or that
It was a
effort
little
was a
clunky.
little weird. Like I do that
Yeah.
all the time. I'm like, that was a bit weird, and it's
It's clunky.
been like that every
Definitely,
volume,
like-
so.
Yeah, like you can definitely tell that like the absence of Monty's touch. Like
Yes.
I'd compare that sequence to Red vs. Blue season 9 in the beginning when they were escaping from the oil platform and they're being chased. That was like intense. That you could feel like the camera's jumping around, but not like you could still see everything else going on. It just felt like you were in the ship and you were shaking with the movements.
Yeah.
But like this,
Yeah.
it felt jarring. It felt a little awkward, a little clunky.
bit,
Like
yeah.
what?
Still.
Like why did this take so long to happen? Like, you know, you feel the delay of like even a delay of like 3 seconds can be pretty noticeable.
Yeah. It can affect the pacing of a fight. I feel like
Yeah.
Crow versus Tyrion's the closest they've gotten to Monty's styles since his passing.
Yeah,
Easily.
yeah,
But I know you really love that fight, but I still think that there were parts where they kind of like cheaped out almost in it and didn't like.
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
I
there
guess
were
when
parts that
Crow
didn't
was
feel
unarmed,
right.
when Crow just walks up and like swings right at Tyrion, like Tyrion just stands there and takes it.
Yeah, that whole bit there was paced really weird. But like, you know, still my favorite fight of last volume. Well, not
It
necessarily
was
my
pretty great.
favorite, but I feel like it was the best animated, definitely. But
It was cool.
yeah, it
was
was
a cool
cool.
fight.
It was cool to see. So yeah, that was our Icebreaker for this week. Be sure to head on over to YouTube to check out the full podcast. The link will be in the video description. And thank you for watching this on VidMe. Bye!
See ya.